Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Professor's Research Battle Recap. This is round 2 of the new expansion tournament held at EMS last November 11, 2023. This battle is between Nave with Rapid Strike Box and Piolo with Chien-pao EX. Let's go. Piolo goes first and draws a card. He uses a Nest Ball to search for Radiant Greninja and puts it straight into his bench. He does mental gymnastics and thinks about what the next move should be and uses Ultra Ball to search for a Chien-pao and puts it into the bench. He attaches an energy to Frigibax to retreat, then goes straight to using Chien-pao Shivery Chill to search for 2 basic water energy cards and puts it into his hand. Using one of those energy, he uses Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards ability to draw 2 cards from his deck, then passes the turn. Nave draws a card for turn and the camera is moved. Nave uses IO and both players shuffles their hand, puts it into the bottom of their deck, and draws 1 card for each prizes they have. Nave uses a Nest Ball to search for a Squawk ability. He puts down Remoraid and an Urshifu V into the bench, and Ultra Balls for an Inteleon V and tilts it sideways. Squawk and Seize is used to discard his hand and draw 6 new cards. Inteleon V is given a TM evolution and attacks with it. It is discarded and he searches for an Inteleon V Max and an Octillery and evolves the 2 bench Pokemon. Facing with a V Max Pokemon, Piolo draws a card and goes straight for Shivery Chill. He uses Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards to discard an energy and draws 2 cards from his deck, much like what Pot of Greed does. He uses a Glared Out Irida to search for a Baxcalibur and a Super Rod. Rare Candy is given to Frigibax and it evolves into Baxcalibur. He slams down a Pokestop and much to what it should do. It gives nothing. He uses Earthen Vessel to search for 2 basic energy and puts it into his hand. He puts in our favorite him slave, Bidoof, into the bench, and Super Cold's 4 energy to Chien-pao and uses Hailblade for knockout. Nave is frozen in place. And puts in Octillery in the active spot and draws a card. He uses Pokestop and is hurting on the inside. Radiant Alakazam is put into the bench and uses Rapid Strike Search to search for Karina's Focus to draws until he has 6 cards in his hand. He double gunners Bidoof and retreats into the Radiant Alakazam and passes the turn. Piolo draws for turn and uses Nest Ball to search for a new Frigibax. He uses Pokestop and gets a very useful item. After the grief, he uses Irida and searches for another Frigibax and Ultra Ball. He discards said Frigibax and said useful item to Ultra Ball and searches for a B-Barrel and evolves Bidoof. Chien-pao uses Shivery Chill and gets nothing. Pokestop would be proud. He uses his Industrious Incisors to draw until he has 5 cards in his hand. He passes the turn. And it draws for turn and thinks about what to do. It's like he never learns and uses Pokestop to discard important cards. Pokestop is living the dream. After crying on the inside, he uses Rapid Strike Search to search for a counter stadium to remind himself not to use Pokestop. He uses Professor Turo's scenario to pick up the Squawk ability and passes the turn. Piolo draws for turn, and the MVP of today's game has once again shown itself. Now Pokestop is giving and the camera is knocked out. Please adjust your head and tilt to the right. Piolo uses Irida to search for 2 glared out cards. It's a Luminon and an Escape Rope. He uses said Escape Rope and sends an Octillery. Superior Energy Retrieval is used to get 4 basic energy from the discard pile. He uses Concealed Cards and draws 2 cards. He retreats Radiant Greninja and uses Chien-pao's Hailblade for knockout. Nave draws for turn and uses Pokestop. Nave never listens. Nave never learns. Pokestop is the devil. Nave passes and Piolo shows 2 superior energy retrievals and Nave concedes the game. If you like this content, please drop a like and subscribe to Professor's Research on Facebook. Thank you.